She's strange, but beautiful. She's bubbly. She's majestic and cranky. She's world famous for being hot. She smells like rotten eggs. She's Yellowstone National Park, where the buffalo and people roam.
Good
morning.
Good morning, guys. I'm Abby. This is Ryan. You're watching Lost Among Locals. We don't know why, but we love you for it. We're coming at you this morning from the beautiful
Yellowstone.
It's really beautiful here, so we're gonna go check out Mammoth Springs first.
Yep.
And off we go. So, Yellowstone was the first national park in America, and like Wyoming is the least populated state, I think. Yeah, I read that. And it's mostly because over 50% of the land here is public land. It's pretty much all a big park. Here's your fact of the day.
Yeah, it is.
Hey babe, you smoking hot. Steaming up the place. Take it down a notch, man. Take it down.
Take it down.
There's children here.
I'm feeling that super long hike from 2 days ago. My quads do not like these stairs up to Mammoth Springs. They don't like them. And we have now reached the part that smells like rotten eggs. Ooh, I smell of sulfur.
Did have an egg this morning. So
Stop
sorry.
it.
Oh, sorry.
That is Liberty Cap. It is the hot springs cone, whatever that is.
We found a waterfall.
Yeah, we did. I was reading over there, and it says that the bridge back there was the hardest and most expensive part of building the park. And they had to use like 1,200 pounds of explosives to blow through all kinds of rock walls and stuff. And the first bridge is made of wood. Only lasted like 15 years. They had to rebuild it like 4 times because it's unstable. Comforting.
You take her in.
Roaring mountain. They said sometimes you can hear the steam vents going off and it sounds like a roar. So you really could spend a million years in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Like, you drive down this road, and it's not like the other parks. There's a bunch of roads here. Like,
Yes.
you know, Glacier's like one road, Olympic's like one road. No.
Except roads
Yellowstone is like
going out
roads
everywhere.
and on
trails
every road,
everywhere.
there's like trails and stops and lookouts and stuff like every 50 feet. So, I mean, you could probably stay here like a couple of months
Yeah.
and camp and hike and stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot to see.
We got a couple days.
This is the frying pan.
Sounds like bacon, smells like eggs. It does.
You're a poet, honey.
You're welcome.
Norris area, which apparently is the like oldest and most hot geothermal area of the park. There's a big geyser here called Steamboat Geyser. It's actually the biggest one. It's 300 feet tall. I guess Old Faithful is famous because it pretty faithfully goes off, hence the name. So, you know, you're probably going to get to see it if you hang around for an hour or two. But I guess this one is bigger when it does go off. I don't know. Oh, just taller or something. That said dangerous icy conditions. Seems humorous. So crazy to me that it's that hot that it's boiling. I can hear this guy rumbling. Guy over there spurting. So strong that we can feel water landing on us way up here. We're quite a ways away. It's spitting water on us from here. Tell them about our misfortune.
Yeah, we were going to do the was Uncle Tom's Trail, but because of trail damage, we couldn't do it. We were actually going to hike down to the bottom.
Yeah, there's like a big staircase that goes down and you can view the falls
from below, which would have been really cool, but because of trail damage and stuff, we can't go down there. So there's only a limited amount of stuff that actually is available. So we're just driving the south rim first. We got a view of the falls here, and then we'll drive the south rim after that, or north rim after that.
So a lot of the trails, and I guess because of like limited staff and rangers and stuff, a lot of like if the trails have been damaged, they just aren't getting fixed.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the road damage and stuff in these parks is just not been fixed. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But you know, what you gonna do? Rona. So we were supposed to do a hike today down to the bottom of the waterfall, but it was closed due to maintenance, like we told you. So basically that has put us in line with all the other like drive-in lookers. So not exactly what we planned, but you know, what you gonna do?
We're in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
But it's pretty awesome.
Now, we have not seen any animals.
We have not seen a single animal.
But we did not go up to the north road. I don't know if that was the...
Yeah, which kind of stinks because it says the best place to see like the pack animals and herd animals is in that northern road, which we skipped because we thought we were going to do a really long hike today.
Yeah.
And the road that connects to it is closed for maintenance. So we would have had to drive all the way down and turn around, drive all the way back, and we didn't think we had time because our hike was going to be long.
Yep.
but then we got all the way down here for our hike and the trail's closed.
Yep.
A little further down the South Rim Trail to Artistic Point.
What?
This is the line of cars to go down the road to the North Rim. Awesome.
That's right.
We're going to the Artist Paintpots, which is another geyser area. Appears to be like colorful mud puddles. It's about 0.6 miles from the trailhead.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Guys, my legs are still so shot from that ridiculous trail at Glacier the other day. Like, even just these few stairs. Every time I have to take stairs today, it's like, whew, rough.
Here's the white pot. Kind of looks like the baby poop pot.
Would you like to tell people a random fact you've learned today?
Random fact. I don't know which ones I can actually remember.
So you've learned nothing.
I've learned that the hot springs softens the rock to where when the rivers and stuff go through it, it cuts it deeper than what it normally would do.
He did not read that, folks. I taught him that. I taught him that because he doesn't read the signs. And I read the sign. And yes, he's correct. The thermal activity softens the rock, so then when the waterfall comes down, it, like, the river cuts really deep and really fast. So, maybe by the time you get here, it will be even deeper than it was today. Fact!
Fact.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 2 of
Yellowstone
National Park. Right now, we are at the Fire Lake.
The Fire Lake.
Fire Lake
Drive. She's got a bunch of geysers and pools and stuff.
Apparently this thing erupts too. That's what the sign said.
Really?
Yes. So I guess you could just sit here on this little bench and just wait out your days.
So no joke, guys, as we start approaching the actual Firehole Lake, Smoke on the Water is playing on the radio in the car. How appropriate is that? The bison is the largest land mammal in America. It is also the national mammal of the United States. Who knew we even had such a thing? We do. It's the bison. Adult male can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. I learned all these handy dandy facts in my handy dandy Yellowstone newspaper. I love this newspaper. Red steam and blue steam and white steam.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The fact that we're pretty much like the rim of a volcano, right? Or side.
I think so.
Like it says, they think this whole area, most of this whole area is like a
caldera or something. Yeah. You know, it's an interesting time to travel. Like, we've run into a bunch of Europeans, and of course Americans can't really go to Europe right now, but they can come here. And so it's funny because a lot of them, like we've overheard, are because there's so many people. And I think they thought, hey, now's the time to go to America. It's a hot spot. Nobody's gonna travel there right now. We'll have the place to ourselves. And then they got to the national parks and they ran into every single American from everywhere. So I think a lot of them got what they didn't bargain for, because all the Americans who can't go to Europe this summer are at Yellowstone.
We are on the Lone Star Trail, and we are heading to the Lone Star Geyser, and it's about a 2.5 miles to, and then 2.5, so 5 miles round trip. So it's really peaceful out here. There's not a whole lot of people, and it's just kind of us. There's a few hikers out and about. But
A wooded trail.
yeah.
And we pretty much haven't seen anybody until this couple that's coming this way. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's really peaceful and quiet.
Make sure you bring your bear spray, which we didn't.
So there's that. But it's gonna be alright.
We're at over 10 minutes of eruption time right now. Like, this guy is so much more impressive.
It was so worth the 5 miles. You should definitely come see Lone Star. He's impressive. I don't know how often he goes off, but he goes off for a long time. We're like, I don't even know how long now, but a really, really long time. And it's so beautiful. I'm so glad I got to see it. Thanks, Lord. So we are either like masters of timing, that's what I'm going with, or we're super lucky or blessed, because both of the big geysers today have started going off as soon as
we
got
there.
into camera
walked
focusing distance. Like,
Yeah.
we walked up and it started going kaboom.
Yep.
This morning with Old Faithful, as you saw, it was going off as we were walking up. And then today we get here with this one. I literally, it starts bubbling. I turn the camera on and boom, there it goes.
For the next like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like
it's still
going.
It's still going. So we finally just walked away because we'd seen the show, but impressive. So if you come to Yellowstone, yes, it's a long hike, but it's through beautiful woods.
Yes.
It's
Very
2.5
peaceful.
miles. It's paved. It's a paved trail.
Not too much of an
It's super
incline.
peaceful. There's only one little hill. It winds all around the Firehole River. It's called Firehole River. It runs right beside the trail the whole way, so it's beautiful. It's shaded for the most part, and there's not very many people out here. And that was a far more impressive geyser.
Yes.
So yeah, we definitely recommend the Lone Star Trail.
Absolutely.
So it is about 3.5 miles southeast of Old Faithful.
Old Faithful,
So once you
yes.
pass Old Faithful, if you keep going south down the main highway, you'll come to a sign. There's no sign for it. So you gotta be
No.
careful. But you'll come to a sign for Kepler
Cascades.
If you go right past Kepler Cascades on the right, there's a little campground, like a little drive-in circle drive for a campground. And if you park there in that campground, the trail starts right there. So when you get to Kepler Cascades, slow down. It's right past that.
Yep.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. Why is it that like humans are so impressed with geysers? Like, what is it about the geyser that just like makes us so excited?
It's because it's like the Earth's spitting, and the water's coming from super deep, down by the core area, magma area that is heating up and being pushed way up and shooting out.
Wow, that's very scientific.
I was just gonna go with because they're pretty
Yeah, they're pretty.
and
That too.
they sound cool. Oh, also this trail is a bicycle trail. So if you have mountain bikes with you or you rent them somewhere in the park, you can ride your bike all the way to like the very last 250 feet of the trail. So once again, in our travels, all the best stuff is at the end of a long trail. It just is. The Klahani Trail, the Glacier National Park, at Glacier National Park. This guy. Nature just like makes you work for it if you really want to see the good stuff. Note to self, you should not do all this walking after you've had your morning coffee.
Nope.
Before you've had your morning poo. It is unwise.
What? Like every time whenever I put the GoPro on you, you always move.